What's up, everyone? I'm OBG for TastingSkills.com. Welcome to our first edition of Whiskey Porn. Today, I'll be covering American whiskey. We're going to be talking about the Sotheby's auction that's actually going on. There are links below to everything that I'm going to talk about. So let's get into it. The first one is something that is impossible to find and a true unicorn when it comes to whiskey. Yes, the LeNell's Red Hook Rye 23-year-old barrel number 3. This has an ABV of 68.8 and this is estimated to sell between 20 to 30,000. And there's a current bid right now for 19,000. And that bottle is bottle number 182 out of 192 that it was ever produced. Now, this is very famous and hard to get because it's from the Willett Distillery, and this is an original 1984 distilled whiskey. There was only 852 bottles, and there was only 4 barrels ever produced in this Red Hook lineup. And I'm pretty sure that at this point, it's gonna go for about $40,000 a bottle. Then there's more of those unicorns. Yes, there's a bottle of 24-year-old barrel number 2. ABV 66.4. This bottle number is 126 out of 216, and the estimate is between 20 to 30,000. There's a current bid for 18,000 right now, but I'm pretty sure that this bad boy is going to go to 35,000. Complete craziness. Then there's a bottle of the 24-year-old barrel number 4. The ABV is at 68. And this is bottle 31 out of 216. And this one is estimated to sell between 15 to 24,000, but I'm pretty sure that this one is going to break easily 30,000. Now, I've never seen a bottle of the barrel number 1, but I did find one online and that one goes for 100K. Now, I know that this is complete gouging, but there's some crazy people out there, and these unicorn whiskeys, they just keep going up and up and up. Absolute madness. All right, let's stick with the Willett Family Distillery. The first one is the Willett Family Estate Single Barrel Bourbon 21-year-old, the Wheated Patriot. This has a proof of 141.6, and this was distilled in 1993 and barreled on April 4th, 1994, and bottled on November 12th, 2014. There's 2 bottles of that at auction right now. There's number 10 and number 11 of only 98 bottles ever produced. Now, this is estimated to sell between 8 to 12,000. There's a current bid for 7,500, but I'm sure that this is going to break easily 15 grand at this point. There's also a Willett Family Estate Single Barrel Bourbon 19-year-old called Deep Purple. This has a proof of 140.2, and there's 2 bottles available right now. Yes, the first one is the bottle number 80 and the second is number 79. Now, there's only 96 bottles ever produced for that. It's estimated to sell between 6 to 10 grand here, but I'm pretty sure that this is gonna get easily to 8,000, and who knows, it could get crazier. And finally, we have 1 bottle of the Family Estate Single Barrel Bourbon 24-year-old at proof of 121. Now, this is a very select bottling since it was only given to friends and family by Drew himself. Now, this is from barrel 9956, and this number is 23 out of the only 28 bottles ever produced. And this bottle is estimated to sell between 5 to 10,000 here, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna go higher than that. On another note, I just want to remind you, Drew, that I also want to be friends with you. I mean, if you're handing out bottles of 24-year-old at 121 proof, and there's only 28 bottles ever made, then yeah, I could be friends with you. Just call me, hit me on social media, whatever you want, buddy. All right, let's move on to the 2 bottles of Michter that are available. But before that, do you want to taste like a pro? Head over to tastingskills.com, put your name and email into the magical yellow box, and I will send you my free 17-page guide to the fundamentals of tasting. All right, now on to the Michter. There is 2 bottles of the 25-year-old available. The first one is the Michter Single Barrel Rye 25-year-old. This has a proof of 117.3, and this comes from barrel 13G119, and this bottle is number 27 of only 44 ever produced. This is estimated to sell between 5 to 6 grand here, but I'm thinking this is going to be about 7,000. Right now, there's a current bid for 4,500. Then the second bottle of Michter is the Single Barrel Bourbon 25-year-old. This has a proof of 108.6. This is from barrel 4238, and this bottle is number 69 of only 134 ever made. The estimate is between 5 to 6,000, but there's a bid for 6,500 on it right now, and I can assure you, this mixture is gonna go for more than 10 grand. Then we're gonna move on to the E.H. Taylor Warehouse H Tornado Surviving. This has a proof of 100 and there's 8 bottles at auction. It's estimated to sell between 8 to 10,000 here, but I'm unsure if it's gonna really reach 6,000 at this point. There's plenty out there still. But where's the Pappy OBG? Well, there's a double vertical of 2020 and 2021 that is just an insane combo of 12 bottles. And in that box, you get 2 bottles of Old Rip Van Winkle 10-year-old, 2 bottles of Van Winkle Special Reserve Lot B 12-year-old, 2 bottles of the Van Winkle Family Reserve Rye 13-year-old, 2 bottles of the Pappy Van Winkle 15-year-old Family Reserve, 2 bottles of the Pappy Van Winkle 20 years old Family Reserve. And finally, there is 2 bottles of the Pappy Van Winkle 23-year-old Family Reserve. This is estimated to sell between 12 to 24,000 at this point, but who knows with this Pappy insanity, since everybody's fucking crazy for that shit. Then there's more of it. Yes, there's a vertical of Pappy Van Winkle from the 2020 release. Now, this is estimated to go between 8 to 12,000. And when you think about that, that is completely crazy to me. I mean, seriously, this is a 2020 release. These whiskeys have been on the market for a year. There's not a lot out there, I understand that price, but this is crazy. We're talking about 8 to 12,000 for 6 bottles. This is completely ridiculous. And not to be undone, there is a vertical of the Antique Collection from Buffalo Trace, and in that lot you get 2 bottles of the Eagle Rare 17-year-old 2020 release, 2 bottles of the Thomas H. Handy 2020 release, 2 bottles of the Sazerac 18-year-old 2020 release, 2 bottles of the George T. Stack 2020 release, 1 bottles of the William LaRue Weller 2019 release, 1 bottle of the William LaRue Weller 2020 release. Now, this lot is estimated to go between 8 to 12,000 at this point, and this is still a steal. Yes, I know, when I'm telling you that this is still a steal, this is completely crazy. But then again, that Sazerac Rye 18-year-old, 2 bottles in there, whoo, yes please. And then that Eagle Rare 17, yes please. I know this is crazy, but I promise you that these prices are gonna keep going up. This is just complete madness. I hope you enjoy this whiskey porn, and don't forget to subscribe, like, share, tell all your friends, and leave some comments below since I will be living down there. I'm OBG for tastingskills.com. Please remember, my friend, stay sober. Peace.